Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm going to be attempting to do my everyday makeup look tutorial thing. Never filmed a makeup look or tutorial, whatever you want to call this. I'm not going to call it tutorial because I don't know what I'm doing at all. So don't come for me if I'm doing something wrong, because it works for me and I feel like it turns out okay whenever I do it. So yeah, I don't know. Let's get started with this tutorial. So the first thing that I do, I use this Mario, I'm gonna have to do the freaking thing. Okay, so I use this Mario Badescu moisturizer. I don't know if you're supposed to put moisturizer on before primer. I think you are. So that's what I do. So I'm going to apply this to my face. Okay, and then the next thing I use is I used to use primer, and then for the last like 3 or 4 years I literally stopped using it. Don't know why, but I recently bought this and I don't know if it's good or not. I've literally just been using it. I feel like I noticed a slight difference, so I've just continued using it because why not? So yeah, now I'm going to apply some of that to my face. Now that that is on, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of color correcting. I sometimes do this, sometimes I don't, just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Comes on this little thingy, I don't know. I don't really use it like this because I don't like applying this to my face because I feel like that's kind of nasty. So I just take my finger and I have like a couple little spots that I will just put this on to help a little bit with the red. I wouldn't say it's like a life-changing product, but it certainly helps a little bit depending on how like heavy-handed you are when applying it. Does that make that much of a difference? No. Also, this lighting is literally not doing me any justice, like not doing me any justice. But next thing we're going to do is I already pre-wet my beauty blender. Don't judge it, it's kind of nasty, but it works. Should probably buy a new one. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix. So I have two different, this one's upside down because I'm running out of it, but these two shades, I believe it was 105 and 122 from the Maybelline FitMe foundation. I've been using this same, well, not this same, obviously, that would be gross. The same Maybelline like FitMe foundation for as long as I can remember. And honestly, I should probably like venture out some more and try some new ones, but like this one hasn't done me wrong yet, so I mean, I might as well keep using it if it works for me. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, ooh, that's kind of too much. Yeah, you're just gonna like pour some on your hand, just kind of whatever you feel. And then this one we're gonna have to kind of do some of this because like I said, I'm almost out and I need to go buy some more. So just like do this a lot until you kind of get some out. I think that might work. Oh, gotta tuck your hair behind your ears so you don't get makeup there. Yeah, I feel like that'll work once I blend it down to my neck. Thing I'm going to take is I'm probably going to mix a little bit of this concealer, which is also another Maybelline product. Shocker, I don't know why I only use them. This is Maybelline FitMe concealer, and I still got my beauty blender in my hand. This is Maybelline FitMe concealer and 5 Ivory. So what I'm going to basically do with this, I apply a little bit to my inner corner, down my nose like that, and then do a couple little lines like this, and then up like that, and then repeat on this eye, and then I will do a little something like this, and then a little something like this, and then a little something like that, and then a little something like this. Don't know if I should be doing this in this spot. You can't really see it, but that is what I'm doing. And then sometimes I'll take a little bit of this other one, another Maybelline Age Rewind, and since this one's a little bit darker, I'll sometimes just do a little bit of this just to darken up this so it doesn't look like super white, if that makes sense. So yeah. Now I'm gonna blend those colors out. Does anyone else feel like they're like a very like aggressive like dabber? Like I feel like I'm like so aggressive with this, but I feel like I have to be. Like I feel like if I'm not aggressive enough, then like it's not gonna blend for some reason. But yeah, anyways, next I'm going to take this translucent setting powder. Yes, this is Kat Von D, don't come for me. I bought this before she had her whole like not vaccinating her children scandal thing. Yes, I know that also means that this powder is very, very, very old. I am well aware. When I first bought it, I can't talk. I first bought it whenever I was like first getting into makeup, and I only did like real like full face of makeup maybe like once a month. And so I only used this like once a month for like a long time, and so yeah, that's why I still have some left over. Don't worry, I will not be repurchasing from her. I do not support her. So yeah, I am just gonna take some of this powder on my sponge and I just kind of put it on my forehead. This is not a good technique. I promise, don't do this. This is not a good technique at all, but I feel like it helps a little bit with creasing. So yeah, I just kind of do that. And then I'm gonna take some more, I'm gonna put it under my eyes. I need to get some more powder. I'm running out, I'm running very low. So that's why I'm not using a whole bunch. And then just kind of take it, the same thing, and just kind of do it under your eye, or whatever that's called. It's not under your eye. But yeah, just do that, and do that. Just kind of do whatever you feel like, you know? It's really just whatever you wanna do. And then put some on there, and then we're just gonna put some right there, and like right there. So yeah, now we're just gonna let the powder soak in for a few moments, or well, yeah, we're just gonna let it soak in for a while. Okay, I am back. It's been a few minutes. Now we are just going to take a big fluffy brush and just kind of like wipe away the powder, you know, just kind of wipe that all over your face. Next thing, I'm going to take this little contour brush thing. When it comes to contour, I really don't know what I'm doing here. I just kind of do just whatever I feel like. Yeah, this is something I don't know. So yeah, I'm just going to put a little bit here. Now we're going to take our brush again and just buff it out, because we just kind of like to just throw it on there and it's not really blended out until I buff it out with this brush. Oh, I also forgot to show you what I'm using. I am using this Too Faced, that looks actually disgusting. It is, everything's rubbed off of the back. Also, just to prove I am not lying to you about this product being old AF and I'm still using it, this is from 2017 and there's still this much left. So yeah, I don't know what shade this is in, but it's obviously the shade I've been using since 2017. So yeah, I should probably go through all my products because they're probably all expired, except for a few. It's okay. But yeah, taking this same little guy, we're gonna take this Morphe M518 brush and just kind of twirl this around in there, tap off the excess, and then we're just gonna kind of put some of this right there in our crease just to give a little bit of definition, because I don't really wear eyeshadow on a regular basis unless I'm like going out to do something or, you know, feeling extra fancy for whatever reason. So now that we got that on, we are going to add some blush. Let me find my blush palette. This is just one of these like little Sephora like blush like palette things. I don't know, I only use basically one color in it. Use this one right here. Only one I've used. All the other ones are essentially untouched. So yeah, we're gonna take our blush brush. That's always a weird word to say. And do this, and we're gonna put it like right up here. And we're going to take this little, where is he? This little tiny little brush. I need to find a better highlighting brush. This has been a disaster. I still use it. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, the sugar one. I don't know if that makes a difference. But yeah, also basically only use one color in this one as well. It's this one, Butterscotch. This was very embarrassing that I still use this, but it's perfectly good, so why wouldn't I? So yeah, get some of this on your little tiny brush under this and just put a little bit of highlight right here and around here. And then you can just kind of blend it out with your finger. It's not really showing up because I have horrible lighting. I am not a professional. I'm gonna do some under the brow bone right here. And then maybe I'll just like a little bit right here. And then some like right here. And then this is very important. Take your finger and put some on the end of your nose like so. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the highlight. Now we're going to move on and do a little bit more with our eyes here. Let me think, what palette do I want to use? I think I'm going to use my Blood Sugar palette for this. I'm using this shade right here. I got this tiny little like eyeliner brush, so just gonna dab off the extra, and then I'm just gonna be lining the top portion of my eyes with this little brown color like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, honestly, just kind of slop it on there because you can just easily blend it out anyway. All right, and then we're just gonna do, so I kind of have like hooded eyes, so I usually just like relax my eyes and then do like a tiny little wing towards the end of my eyebrow. Okay, so now that we're looking a little crazy, we're gonna take the same brush. Yes, I'm literally crazy. We're using the same brush that I used for my highlighter. We're just going to kind of buff over this a little bit until it kind of fades away. I kind of just go like in this motion, like flick it out so it doesn't like, I don't want it to blend out. I want it to stay like looking kind of like a line, but just like very faintly. We're going to go back to our Too Faced bronzer with a little angle brush guy. And then we're gonna put a little bit of this just under our eye. That part is done. Eyes are done except for mascara, which I always do last. So now we are moving on to our brows. Now we gotta brush out all the foundation because I don't know how to not get foundation in my brows. I don't know what to say. So my brows, I honestly don't really do that much. I used to like completely like fill them in, but like these are my natural brows, so I don't really need to do a whole lot. Sometimes I'll fill in like the tails of them just a little bit more to give me like a little bit more definition, but honestly I'm pretty blessed with these TBH. Yeah, So I don't really have to do that much. All I do is I use some of this, I think it's L'Oreal Brow Stylist Brow Gel. If there is one thing that you haven't tried yet in the makeup world, please make it some brow gel, because this stuff, it is so amazing. 10 out of 10. So now I will just kind of brush my brows up and out. Doesn't really make that big of a difference. Yeah, you literally can't really tell a difference, but I like it because it makes them stay in place. Okay, brows are done. Easy, simple, boom. Next thing. Now we are going to do mascara. Hello, I recently purchased one of these. My mom has used one for as long as I can remember, and I used to always steal hers and use it, but once I moved out, I kind of forgot about it being a thing, and I recently rediscovered them, and honestly, I promise these are not scary. They are well worth it. They definitely make a difference. I honestly didn't think they would make that big of a difference, but honestly, I think they do. Now, we're just gonna use some simple drugstore mascara. I used to always use like a roller lash. This is just the one I have on hand right now, so we're just gonna use this. It's the Maybelline Colossal Volume, so this one works fine enough for me. I'm not that picky. I feel like most mascaras are, you know, they're all about the same. Oh my gosh, and I just realized I almost forgot something very important. Check out this highlighting palette, and we're gonna take this little eeny bitty teeny tiny little brush here, and we're just gonna dab a little bit, and we're gonna put some of this on our inner corner. I can't believe I almost forgot. Alright, so now that is done. The last step is I am going to wipe all this disgusting foundation off of my lips, because that's kind of nasty. I am going to finish off with some setting spray. This is Urban Decay All Nighter. I've used this for a very long time, and while I was talking, I literally just sprayed that right in my mouth, so that's really gross. Alright, and then the final step is I'm going to finish with some lip gloss. This is just Wet n Wild lip gloss. I used to be very anti lip gloss, hated it, always, I felt like my hair always got stuck in it, but the other day I decided let's try it again. So I did, and I told myself if I liked this Wet n Wild one enough, then I would like splurge and buy like a better, like a more expensive one. So yeah, after this one's over, I will spend my money somewhere else with one that maybe lasts a little bit longer, because I feel like this one does not stay glossy for very long at all, but that's okay. She was like 99 cents, so. Okay, so yeah, this is the finished look. Oh my god, the lighting in here is a million times better. But yeah, I feel like it looks really good. This is just a very easy, like everyday little makeup look without being too crazy. You don't have to have any like amazing skills to accomplish this. So yeah, thank you for watching. Here is all of my social media. Please go follow me. That would be awesome, be much appreciated. But yeah, what else do I have to say? What else do I have to say here? Nothing, I don't think. I think that's about it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye!